Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here in Canton, Ohio at FiddleStix Cafe. This is a 25,000 added event. We're here to watch John Morra versus Darren Appleton. This is a race to 9. This is the one-loss side. This is 8 guys left on the one-loss side. I'm J.R. Calvert from Inside Pool. Joining me here in the booth is Alvin Nelson. Alvin, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, America, and the rest of the world.
Well, this is a heck of a match. We just...
They're using the rack on top. Can't do it. Okay, here we go. Break off. Frowny face.
Well, I think what we're going to see here is John lay down the grease. I think he can actually shoot this right underneath the 9 with a little bit of pop. Try and actually go back to the rail and then towards the 8. It's a natural draw. Put that 9 up by the 3rd diamond.
How's that the shot to wake up to?
Welcome to the match, Darren. Kick away.
Enjoy.
I think Darren's trying to get that bottom rail into play because you can see there's 6 balls on the other side of that 1. If he can get that 1 to go through the balls or the cue to go through those balls and 1 ball can stay on the other side of this pack, he's in business. Now, he has to watch kicking off the side rail here if he goes that route because that doesn't necessarily split these balls up. Let's see. 2 rails might not be a bad idea to hit that second rail on the other side there. See what happens. See if he does 1 or 2. Look at this shot. How'd he hit it, folks?
Well, it looks like he gave him a shot.
Pretty good window, at least.
Yeah. Is he going to try to go to the bottom rail between the 3 and the 6 up to the top rail and then tuck it in behind?
He can take the cue over top of the 3. You can hit the 1 straight down table and up towards the 7, right? And run the cue off the side rail and down by the 2nd diamond, kind of getting the 10-2 into the game. And there's some balls down there that block that pocket from going, so he doesn't have to hit this very hard, and it's fairly safe. He's going to put him under the 3 and keep that action going. And the thing that happens there, I think he's got a 1-8. I want to thank everybody for getting up on this fine Sunday morning, afternoon now here on the East Coast, hanging out with us. Some good pool here today that we're going to watch.
Absolutely. Day 3.
Well, I know that we have a 4 o'clock Archer Strickland matchup coming at us.
I can't wait for that. I'll tell you what, I'm excited about that. I love Archer Strickland. Both those guys are my heroes, you know, top. I mean, that's going to be it right there, buddy.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
I predicted Archer would go far in this tournament, too, very early in it. I saw how he was playing, and I can't say he's going to win it, but I'll tell you, Darren was playing unbelievable last night, so let's see. Who knows? It's anybody's game.
Well, Darren has cashed in his jump shot, at least one of his 2 that he's allotted to use a jump cue, and then left John this shot afterwards. So John's off to the races. This should be an easy point for him because I really only see one issue, and that's to get onto the 5 correctly. And he's definitely in position to get really good on the 3. So I don't see him having an issue with this rack whatsoever.
No, looks pretty good.
Well, he wants to, just to clarify, he would love to have a small angle on the 6 so that he can work the 6 to come out for the 7. He doesn't necessarily want to stop the 5-ball and shoot it into the corner or side. He wants to get on the other side of the 7, which is why it makes that shot tight. Here he should hit this ball with a hair of high left. There you go. It's a little funky here. And it happens with a bridge. You know, I'm not going to talk about technique here, but it happens. You can miss that stroke fairly easy. But he's missed it on the right side is the best way to put it. A little bit of low left. Straighten his ball out.
Wow. That's that rail.
I thought that was the 8-ball. That's why I'm thinking he's a hair out of line. I admit, folks, that looks like the 8-ball now. I'm looking at it. That's how dark those balls are. That's not us. It really does. I just watched it on the real table, and I'm looking at it. I still thought it was the 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real dark for sure.
It is a dark 4-ball today, and we'll see. See what happens here. Really appreciate the pool room owners that get involved with the Seminole Pro Tour on this level.
Whew, almost missed that ball.
It's a large commitment to give your room up for 4 days, let alone to maybe put some money into the pot like the pool room owners do. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's hopefully everybody can come down and support these events.
And Darren Appleton draws first blood. Takes a 1-0 lead here. The Seminole Pro Tour, FiddleStix Billiard Cafe in Canton, Ohio. How long you been coming to FiddleStix, Albert?
I've been coming to FiddleStix since about 2002 when we did a video tournament here on this exact table. And that was my first experience in billiard videos. So I'm actually grew up about 15 minutes from here, a place called Hartville, Ohio, and this is a great room. What a great experience to get to hang out with Chris Zuder. He's taught me a lot too.
Chris is an accomplished player.
He plays really good.
Most guys have no idea how good he plays.
Oh yeah.
From outside this area, but
well, he's a business owner, so
he doesn't get to go to all the tournaments.
Right. You're looking at what he's built here. So nice pool room, really clean.
See Alex Pagaline in the background there, folks. We'll try and keep you updated on Pagaline Shuff as that match takes place.
The Killer Pixie.
I don't think I like that name. I like the lion better. Killer Pixie.
Killer Pixie.
Actually, I wanted to make a correction to a statement that I made early while John gets his jump cue. There's actually 6 players left on the one-loss side. Brandon Shuff and Alex Pagaline are playing for the chance to play Dennis Hatch, who lost to Earl Strickland yesterday at Hill Hill. Was it Hill Hill? No, 8-7, 9-7. Big comeback, but fell short. And then Rodney Morris is going to get the winner of Darren Appleton and John Morra. That'll be your final 4 on the one-loss side. See ya.
Wow, JR, you are sharp this morning. I'll tell you what. Man, you're like on it, buddy.
2-rail kick here. 1, 2. Buckle your shoe.
Nice.
Lock your man up.
1, 2. Buckle your shoe.
Hey,
Man,
I used to watch Barney. I'm not going to sing the I Love You song, so don't even think about it.
Wow. Nice. Man, I wish I was awake as you were right now. All right. Let's see what Darren's going to do here. I want to thank our sponsors, Seminole Tribe of Florida, Seminole Media Productions, UniversalPoolLeague.com, Grand Touring Vodka, Milliken Super Pro Cloths, Fury Q's, Hustlin' USA, Kamui Tips, Delta 13, and Bulldog.
Now, Kamui Tips has been doing a really cool little giveaway here with the Seminole Tour. You buy the weekend pass for $25, and they give you a voucher. They mail you a voucher. And it's for the first 50 only, of course, for each event. And I believe there might be 1 or 2. I'm not sure where they're left here on this, but it even makes sense to buy it on a Saturday or a Sunday because you still get a $20 tip voucher. And you take that voucher to one of their authorized installers, and a guy gives you a tip, takes a voucher, and gives it back to Kamui, and everybody wins. But good way to get hooked up with Kamui directly. You know, give them some feedback. They always, you know, John and Masato are great guys. They like to get the feedback on their products, and you'd be in their system. All for about the cost of final cost of $5. So, like I said, if you're going to get a Kamui tip, now might be the time to think about it. Well, back at this match, look at how we're starting these days.
Wow, starting them bad.
Well, it depends. Are you the guy getting a ball in hand? It's a good start.
Yeah, exactly. It's all relative.
Now, barring a few matches that got disturbed yesterday, these matches will be available on YouTube for rental later. Maybe towards the end of this week coming up. Maybe most of the matches will be ready by then, where we'll put them up and they'll be ready for a 99-cent rental for a day. And they'll be in 720p, so you'll be able to hook them up to your HD television and see them in their all full glory, I guess, would be the way to put it. A lot of people ask about the DVDs, and the way rental is nowadays, it's insanely easy, and they're there all the time, and there's no cost for shipping, and you get it immediately.
Yep, this is the wave of the future, man, I'll tell you. Internet news, internet video, this is it. So everyone will be watching our evolution, Inside Pool's evolution, and I'm glad to be on the team. I'm honored to be chosen by JR to help bring Inside Pool and billiards into a new era, really. And I think that's what we're doing here. So, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I know that's what JR is trying to do. So, and the Seminole Pro Tour as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Tiffany, Jerry, and John DeTora spending all their time out here doing this.
Well, they're really, and it's the Seminole tribe itself.
Absolutely.
You know, they make a choice on whether to do this, and we truly appreciate their involvement.
For sure.
It's a good feeling, really is, to know that you've got somebody there that's interested in pool. Darren's going to cash in his second chip on the jump cue. Let's see what happens here. Pretty sure that's a shorter cue. Yeah, that's a shorter cue. Look at that
Beauty.
shot.
Wow, what a beauty.
What a great shot. How are they rolling, folks? Darren's making balls everywhere. I believe Darren will actually pocket this and go up 2-0. See Alex in the background there. A lot of guys choosing to wear red anymore on Sunday. They got their Sunday red on. I think Alex is against the grain there. Now you'll notice that he has a blue sleeve, I guess, and I think has some sort of tennis elbow. I haven't really sat down and asked him about it. I should. I think if he makes it to the next round, we may be shooting him on this table, if you know what I mean, since he wasn't on this round. I'm just, we want to make sure that we don't run people back to back on these tables. So I get the feeling that we're going to be seeing the winner of Brandon Shuff and Alex Pagalian take on their next opponent at the 2 o'clock time frame. And let's check out Darren's offering to start out game 3 and see if that 8-ball is going to take a drink here.
Darren's offering.
Missed it a little bit, scattered him, and came up dry.
Offering to the pool gods. Fail blog. Must not have been having it this morning.
Look at that bank shot Alex just made with a bridge in the background. Crowd is applauding that. I don't blame him. That was a great shot. Gutsy. Back at this match, John's trying to make sure that if he plays this 1-ball, that he has a clean line down to this 2. He has 5 balls in between him and the 1. So either way, if he caroms off this 10, he's going to go straight down towards the 6, I believe. Nice shot.
Wow.
How did he beat that kiss, and how did he not scratch?
Well, now he probably wishes he would have scratched.
Yeah, now. But the nice thing here is if he elects to tie up balls like the 3-6. The scratch, he didn't get to leave the table. Here, he might be trying to leave the table. I'm looking to tie up a ball here. I don't look to hit this deuce. Everything's a sellout. I mean, there's no real good kick that I see. He can go 2 rails. He can come down to the bottom rail by in between the 9-10 off to the side rail, come underneath 2 or 3 like he's doing, and that's okay. He's got to hit it about 100 miles an hour to get any type of safety out of it. And I'm not sure that this is going to work out good for him. He has to hit about the 2nd diamond or the 1st diamond down in that right-hand corner there. See if he gets lucky and ties up to 5-9.
Sure did.
He sure did.
Nice. Hey, if that's a good way to give up, you know. If you have to miss, there it is.
Well, if you're Darren at this point, you bank the 2 off the side rail into the 5, let the 2 go towards the 10, and put the cue ball right up on the 4-ball. You see it?
I see it.
Take care of that problem and get it with ball in hand. I think Darren's going to come to the same conclusion that we did. He can play safe take care of a problem ball and pretty much put his guy in jail, all in one fell swoop. One stroke of a cue, and he should be home free. Now he's looking at a line up to the 3, which is kind of interesting to me.
Well, you have to run into the 5 somewhere, so.
I mean, I think he's actually looking.
I'd go for it immediately. But that's why he's there.
He's looking at a 310, and I don't like that at all. See the 310? See how he's lining it up?
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's
I mean,
a
he
really
wants to run
tough
onto
shot,
the 7,
man.
and the 6 will block some of the kicks, but not all of them.
That's a brutal shot, especially first thing.
Well,
I could see if you're 2 o'clock in the morning, you've been jamming all night.
Right. Well, he's on the wrong side of this ball to play safe now. This is what I was getting at. He has to play position to play a two-way shot.
He can play safe, can he? Back cut between the 6 and the 7 down to the bottom rail, out with the cue ball.
Actually, he's going to try and play this combination, right?
Yep.
I think what he's going to do is take the cue over to the side rail behind the 8 after he makes this combination.
Mm-hmm.
And if he hits it with a little bit of velocity and he misses, that 10 can be heading up that way. But the 3 would be heading over towards the 5. I'm not a big fan of this. That's why I kind of said that, you know, Darren should be going down that line of hitting the 2 off the rail and into the 5 and carrying them over towards the 10 ball.
You can also stop the cue ball and just hit the 3 into the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Go 2 rails.
I think he's just going to play it safe.
That's what he did, kind of like that. Something like that. Yeah, that's the best move right there. Not too much cue ball movement. Lock him up. Good thinking.
That's why he's a world champion.
He sure is. The guy runs out better than anybody I've ever seen. He really does.
Smooth. And, I mean, he makes these big tables look like bar boxes.
Man, he's just an amazing talent. I'll tell you what.
So what have we named this table? We haven't come up with a name.
Man.
Still have to charge the chatters
This thing's
with that.
a nightmare. I want to call it a freaking nightmare. Tell you what. The rail has the cloth pulled too tight on it.
I think it's just one rail. The players have mentioned it's a little wavy. You and I went out and inspected it. We kind of got away. I want to go out there and really get into.
I looked at it. There's several rails that are just like that, real wavy.
Like I said, what we used to do to get past that was we'd take a moist cloth and just hit the tips of the rails. Good shot there.
Duker 509 says to call it Scrooge. I like that. Scrooge.
Quack McScrooge. What was the name of Donald Duck's?
Nice.
Wasn't it McScrooge? Is what they called him?
Don't bring up Walt Disney now.
I didn't.
We're going to get into a conversation about his cryogenically frozen head.
It's a little early. Folks are just getting back from Sunday services, and
yeah,
you know, we'll let them enjoy that.
We'll
That's
save
a great
that conversation for another day.
But darn it, we are going to have it. Ebenezer McScrooge. We did get somebody from the chat to help us out. All right. Claude Ali. Is that Claudia? Can't read that right now.
Claude Ali.
That's what it looks like, Claude Ali.
We'll see what Darren Appleton's going to do here.
Well, I'll tell you. I think he wishes he had taken care of that 2-5 now. I just see another safety battle that you got to win in the future. Well, he's got the angle to break it out. Look at this.
Nice. You got a draw to hit this?
No.
You got like a draw right hand bottom?
This one here, I've always hit this about 6/10 height on the ball with left-hand English, and that left-hand English gets that cue ball moving that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you whack it.
Well,
I use a full 10-inch, 12-inch stroke on this one, and I deliver that cue ball.
I got you.
Firing out that way. Now, if you look at the 90-degree line, this will always look at the 90-degree line to the pocket. That lets you know where 90 degrees runs. You're just running a hair above center, because that 90-degree line, see where Darren's looking at? The 90-degree line runs right to the second diamond. That's why it's just a hair above center.
Gotcha.
It's like you can hear us, but they know we can't. Or we know he can't.
That's because you're Nostradamus, JR.
Now, he cued that direct center ball, and I can see that he was, center ball lets you hit the rail, and you're guaranteed to hit the 5. I wanted to hit the 5 on the way in and then the rail, because I felt that there was a shot after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got, several things he can do. He can just roll up on the 6 if he wants to.
Yeah, he can put this, shoot it past the 6 and run the cue ball.
Nice. I didn't know he could weave through that. Beautiful.
He's Darren Appleton.
See, that's what I'm saying. This guy runs out good.
He plays well. That was a tough shot, folks. On this table,
it's hard for me to bet against Darren whenever he's playing anybody if I was to bet, which I don't. But, I would really, really, really have to. You can never know when he's going to win against anybody. Probably one of the top 5 players on the planet right now, the pro circuit.
Smooth playing. Well, there's a lot of pool going on in England right now, and he's playing great pool with some great players, honing his skills, and he's extends his lead 3-0.
He knows he's got his break figured out too. I talked to him last night for a little while. We were talking about it because his break wasn't working at Snookers, so he ended up adjusting it for this tournament.
Now, he hasn't even tried to make the 5 or the 9 on this shot. Let's see what we got rolling here.
He's tracking. He's doing the corner balls. Watch the corner balls. He made one of them. Now he's going to go. No.
He wants that 7 to move down. 8-10's tied up. The 2's covered up by the 6 slightly. But he can play that 1 ball and just lay the cue against the rail. And honestly, I can see him getting on the 4 ball by coming up 2 rails behind the 8-10 off the deuce. He runs into that corner, hits the 8-10, and slides up for the 4 ball. So let's see if he's got the angle here to break out the 8-10 and slide towards the 4. I think he's going to hit the 10 square in the face on this one. And he'd end up making that corner shot. See, he's looking at it right now. He wants to hit that 8 and slide up. This guy plays so well. Folks, it's easy to see it from here. To see it when you're in a live game or even at the table is just...
Brandon Schuff.
See if he hits it. Yeah, see, he did hit it square in the face. It just looked like he couldn't beat that angle to me.
That's what you got to do. You got to break those clusters out immediately.
But this is what I'm talking. He plays this like it's a bar box. He knew he was probably going to get that. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to fire that 4 ball in. Guy's fearless.
He really is.
I like his attitude, too. He's a good guy off the table.
He's a really, really cool guy, for sure. I really enjoy any time I get to spend with talking to him.
I think we spend a lot of time either behind a computer working on or behind the mic. We don't get to talk to people unless we, tie them up with duct tape and tape them to a chair here and put a headset on them.
Well, Sean Putnam and Johnny Archer just walked in the room with a nice ice cream cone.
life's good when you're Johnny Archer, and all you got to do is beat Earl Strickland to be guaranteed third place. Or I think he already is guaranteed third, right?
Wow, Darren jumped up.
He did jump up on that. I don't think it had anything to do with that ice cream cone, though, guys.
No.
He's checking out a stroke.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic there of Darren for sure.
Well, John Morra makes his way to the table here. It looks like he's got his first real open shot in a game or two here, and it's not a good one. This is what I always loved about this game, is you watch the other guy running balls. He misses, and you got to play safe. Sometimes it just gets really old. But I think what he's going to end up doing is going between the 6-10 with the cue, making this 4. Let's see if he can just try and make a ball. He sure did. He tried to make that ball on the side.
Whiffed it.
He whiffed it. He wants to make a ball in this set.
Man.
And he's just getting locked up. Yeah, those of the people that want to know more about the stream, or they're in the chat and people are hanging out, let them know that we'll give a lot of verbal updates on the scores as they come about. It does look like Brandon Schuff and Alex are about even on the table next to us. We're just off to the side, maybe 20 feet, 30 feet away from them. And Darren is going to business here. Well, I'll tell you.
It's two windows open. They have the chat open, and then they have the pop-out chat open. That's what that means. No. Hey. Here we go.
And we're back in action here with Darren Appleton. Breaking the balls in game 5, making
Makes
a few
the ball.
of them. Whitey's going downtown. And
yeah,
he's
he lost
be,
the cue ball there. He must have got kicked. I didn't quite see.
Yeah, he got kicked a little bit there. He was a willing accomplice, though. His cue ball was already on a ride. Just an update for you guys. Table right next to us, Alex Pagalian is leading Brandon Schuff 3-1.
Yeah, you know where I'm going to be during the Strickland Archer match, don't you? I'm going to be right here. Glued.
Best seat in the house here, folks. I mean, even the people right up on top of the table don't get these views.
Definitely.
See, Brandon Schuff is trying to make the 10 ball here in the background.
Push.
Pull within a game of Alex Pagalian. Go 3-2. Favor of Alex.
Well, John can sure see this one ball full blaze. He's got quite a few safety options. You don't want to give this shot back.
That 4 ball's kind of funny. It's hard to get the cue ball behind it, and it's hard for the one to miss it. If he's going to get anything else going on here.
I don't know about that shot.
Yeah, that's that 4 ball.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. I just didn't like it at all. Keep in mind, folks, that these matches will be available on the SeminoleProTour.com. Rent them for 99 cents a piece. You'll be able to see these all in 720p. We have some pool rooms around the country that are starting to rent these and make little Seminole Pro Tour parties.
Nice.
It's kind of cool. See if Darren can mess with this 2 ball here, or 4 ball. I think he's elected to stay away from it because there is kind of a pocket in the side. See him looking at it? And he's looking to get down there underneath it, about where his tip is now, so that he has an angle straight out for the 5. He doesn't want to mess with that 9, but he wants to keep those options open. He doesn't want to let the 9 get in his way of maybe electing to shoot the 4 in his lower right-hand corner pocket where he's shooting his deuce now. Little draw. Well, this is what he didn't want. He's going to nick that 9.
He sure is.
And there's a really darn good chance that after he nicks the 9, it's going to make his 5 ball harder each time, each revolution until...
It's good to deaden out the spin on the cue ball. As soon as he touches it, it's going to stop the spin.
Well, furthermore, when he hits this 9 ball, the cue ball goes on the line towards the 5. It actually isn't going anywhere but towards the 5, so he's constantly has the same angle. But he has to hit it with a little pace, so he at least gets close enough to work the cue ball. Brandon Schuff down to business on table in behind you here. He wants to knot it up at 3 games apiece with Alex Pagalayan. He's looking at a makeable ball here with a 4-8 combo in the side. Darren Appleton is in a position where he has to kill this ball, or he has to weave around the 10 and through the 8-9 and reverse up 2 rails towards the 6.
Yeah, and if you look right next to the L on the pool bug, you'll see the mastermind's head popping up over the screen there talking at you. There he is.
I'll be holding up a bobblehead Alvin Nelson doll later. And look at this. He's played the shot in the other corner.
Shot the
what a
century.
great shot.
I feel like those guys on the Muppets that sit up in the...
The hecklers?
Yeah.
The old dudes?
Yeah.
Well, don't tell anybody. I mean, they still think you're a young guy. Alvin's 74 years old, folks.
Yep. Top rail.
I generally hit that shot a little bit different, but that's okay. He's got a playable lie here. He's Darren Appleton.
He's Darren
He'll slice
Appleton.
this in.
He can't ever miss the shot. He hit it down below. He made sure it contacted the rail down below where those waves are.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to have to start calling Darren the Bagel Man.
Bagel Boy.
Bagel Boy is well on his way here to giving John Morra a bagel here at 5-0.
Ow.
Now,
The pain and suffering.
there's a rather good playing Filipino in the background that Darren delivered a donut to the other morning in a box after delivering him a donut the other day.
So he actually gave him a donut, or an actual real donut.
A real donut in a box.
Thanks, Darren.
There's your guy right there in behind him, the recipient of that delicious
Said
donut.
Sure he enjoyed.
Yeah.
Or didn't enjoy. Sure he didn't enjoy.
I guarantee you, I know Alex. He made the best of it.
Oh yeah. Well, we got to always remember that we're actually sitting right next to them. So if a pool cue comes over and cracks me over the head,
well, I'll watch your back here, buddy.
okay.
Dry, and I believe John's going to get a playable out. This is one where if you're John Morra, you have to do whatever it takes to get out here. You just can't not get out. You have to make sure you get this point. And if you're going to leave this table, probably what you need to do is make sure you're giving him a really good safe. I get this feeling that John's pushing out to a jump shot here. Like he doesn't. I thought he does look like he can see this one, right?
Yeah, he can see it with a Mass A.
I think he's low righting this and coming in between the 4-7. Just killing it. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe he's going to give up ball in hand again.
And, you know, the last thing you want to let Darren do is get his teeth into you like this to where
this is...
You know, you don't want 6-0. You don't want 1-0 with Darren. It could look all downhill after that. I believe Brandon Schuff has knotted it up at 3 games apiece. Table to the top of your screen. Match with Alex Pagulayan. Darren's looking at pocketing that 3 off the 5. I don't know whether he's going to elect to do it, but he wanted to at least see his options because he really has to get all the way over on the 4. 4 is in a position where you want to get that cue ball back over on this side a little bit. And he doesn't want to have to force this ball into the side at that speed. I think it's fair to say that John Morra is a willing accomplice in this landslide at this moment.
Yeah, he's had a couple chances. And
I think he's actually given ball in hand to Darren every time.
Yeah. Gord ML on the chat says the same thing.
Yeah, I think we concur. See, he's in a bad way here, though. This is what I was talking about. Now, if he tries to play the 3 off the 5, he still has to go to the rail. He may elect to play safe here. I wouldn't blame him if he rolled up on the 5. Heck, that he puts his ball down by the 6, he's probably going to get ball in hand again. If he knocks his ball down underneath the 6 and takes away the other rail, he's probably got a good safety on his hands. Let's see if he strokes this ball in like it's nothing. Oh.
Or you can just do that.
That's one of the best shots I've seen in a long time. On this table, folks, he just threaded a needle while running 50 miles an hour. There's barely a ball there.
Yeah, he's a sniper for sure.
He had to get that ball in there at that speed. What a shot. See if he decides to go 1 rail or 3 rails. He's going to go 1. That's a smart shot. At least you can pull it, be on the 8 with draw here. Sporty little hit.
He runs out every time. Man, he's so good. He just misses a dumb shot every once in a while. Like that straight in shot on the 5 he jumped up on. I mean, just careless errors sometimes.
Yeah. But that happens. I mean, he's human. He's as much of a machine as I've ever seen. But
he sure is. And once you see him going like this, it's just amazing when he actually misses. You're like, wow, this,
what happened?
Right. Well, that doesn't compute.
That ain't right.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it is. He'll be straight in on this, 2 feet from the object.
There's like no doubt at all he's out. I mean, there's not even a second thought about it. He's out every time. All right, let's hit our Milliken Super Pro cloth that I want you to cover your table with, my friend.
I'm John Hendrick, pool player and owner of the Green Room in Pineville, North Carolina. My serious players demand quality, and that's why I've switched to Milliken Super Pro. This cloth plays at the perfect speed. It lasts a long time, and the spill guard protection saves my tables from stains. It saves me money, and my customers love it.
Milliken Super Pro, exclusively from Sterling Gaming.
Milliken's got me covered. How about you?
Milliken Super Pro cloth.
Proud sponsor of the Seminole Pro Tour.
And they like to sponsor our streaming events too.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we like the guys. Scott, Heidi, Matt, Luke's, Sarah, everybody.
Shout out to Milliken. Oh, look at this.
Oh my gosh. He finally did it. He finally scratched.
It was like 4 back and forth.
That was amazing.
Man.
I didn't know whether it was actually going to ever even make it in. Well, here at 6-0, John Morra actually gets a playable lie. I mean, he has a lot of options to get out here, and he's supposed to get out. Pro pool player just joined us in the chat.
See the Marty man.
Welcome, Marty.
Welcome,
Always
Marty.
A pleasure.
From Boston. Boston.
For those of you who are just tuning in, you're watching the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here at FiddleStix Billiard Cafe in Canton, Ohio. This is an Inside Pool production. I'm JR with Inside Pool Magazine. Joining me here in the booth is Alvin Nelson. We're watching a match between John Morra and Darren Appleton, one of the final 6 on the one-loss side. This is a $25,000 added event. Score 6-0 with John Morra running out, hoping to get his first notch.
And if I lower my head just a little bit, I can look at you through the O in Inside Pool. Through the hole in the donut. At the Donut Boy. Well, hopefully the donut will be over for Mr. Morra for the morning.
The Bagel Man coming.
Bagel Man. And Alex is getting a little amped up over there.
Well, he's getting excited. He's got a heck of a match going on with Brandon Schuff, and I believe he's up 4-3 now. He's showing a little excitement. And I believe John's going to get this ever so important first game. He's going to get on the board here and finally draw blood.
Yeah, let's get him. Get him a little bit of something in his belly there.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he doesn't think this set's over. You ask him, he thinks there's a lot of pool to be played, especially if he gets a few more racks like this. folks
Donutville.
from the gallery there. They realize how hard that might have looked easy, folks. Trust me. That's the hardest rack and pull right there.
That was a tough rack.
You're under a microscope, and everybody's wondering whether you're going to make a mistake.
Oh, man, brutal. John can't get the 2 and the 7 to freeze. Feels that some sheen is on the balls. Yes, John, hailing from Toronto, Canada. Player for Shooters.
Shooters, I believe, yeah.
Billiard and Snooker Club.
Well, you know,
which
when
we just visited.
Yeah, we were up there for the Clash of the Titans last week, and what a great event. Guys at the CPA.
Yeah.
Ron Croft, his wife Kelly, daughter Samantha.
Whitey. Forget Whitey.
Oh, I wasn't
the
forgetting
man.
them. They're over there.
He stuffed us full of some good food all weekend.
Get some good jokes. Always good to have a good laugh at the bar.
And Peter, I believe, is the guy that owns Shooters.
And Peter. Phil at the bar. A lot of friends up there. And John, that's a good area. You can see why John's a good guy. That is a good pool room. Made him into a great player. Crunch. 9 ball, 7 ball, 4 ball. Does anybody else want to go? He hit those balls pretty good.
I see the future.
Yeah.
And it is red and blue.
Well, he may have to jump this ball if he's going to think about running out.
Yeah, he's going to he may just be handing this this run out over to Darren if he doesn't do the right move here. Wow, I would not do that. I would kick, but I guess he can hit it pretty easily. Okay, never mind.
When you're talented, you're talented.
Yeah.
And
now he rolls onto the 5 or stops behind the 5 and kicks the 2.
I put this ball, see the 3-10's out there. So I look at how I'm going to get gin. I want gin. I'm banking this ball 2 times across back over by the 7-8.
Gotcha. Nerdstradamus strikes again.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, no, John.
Well, that's going to be 7-1.
Even Darren is looking at it going, am I really shooting at this? Is it really that easy?
Well, Darren just wants to put him out of his misery right now, I think.
Well, sometimes, some days you get the bear and some days the bear gets you. And this is one of those days where the balls just aren't rolling for John quite the way he'd like them. That happens. John's just such a great young player, and he needs some butt kickings like this to, get him playing at higher level.
Yeah, he's still a young head, so, he's going to make those errors.
What makes you better is, a loss, one where you feel that you had chances and you just don't know. You can come back and you can look at this and say, oh, I should have done that, I should have done that. We're not going to cut them down. We're by all means. I believe it's 4-4 on the table behind you with Brandon Schuff and Alex Pagaline. Brandon just broke up the balls. Looks like he made a ball, and he got a long shot on the 1. We're going to check out Darren Appleton's offering here in Game 9. Look at this. He's going to hang the 10. Where's the 1? 2.
Interesting layout.
Look at this.
That's a weird one.
How many times are you going to get a layout where you might not be able to play safe on a hanging or make a hanging ball until you're on ball 4 or 5? Might be 5 ball that if he's going to make a combination.
That was a weird one. He hit that weird.
Can he hit this into the rail, you think? He's playing it like he
Yeah,
hit
he
the
can
rail.
play it all day. This is going to be 2-7.
Oh, yeah.
40 years of Q Craftsmanship. A state-of-the-art production facility. Revolutionary design. When you step to the table, unleash the fury. Precision craftsmanship. A player's cue ready for action. A cue with a sweet hit. A consistent hit. See the entire line of Fury cues and unleash your fury.
Welcome back.
I mean, the moderators aren't on there, are they? Yeah, they are. I'll get corner mark. Send corner mark to Bob on that view. Just say, hey, this is Jared. Well, what do your Alvin eyes see here?
Something I wouldn't like to see. Looks like a big frowny face to me.
I don't like this shot because everything that I see says the 2 ball's in the way.
Roll.
And it's not so good. And the 1 railer doesn't really lead me to like anything. I mean, he's looking at pushing it. I don't blame him.
Yeah, this is complete frowny face. Looking right at you.
Now you see what he's trying to push out to here. He wants to be able to swipe that 1, bank it off the side rail, back out towards the 2, right? And take the cue ball up table. Now if you look and you divide the table in half long-wise, all but 2 balls are going to be on the left side of the table. So he'll put both balls on the left side of the table with this kick and have a lot of traffic in the way. So let's see how John hits this.
Yeah, he had to reverse spin it.
I didn't like that.
He had to make it completely stop right where it was at.
Well, he should have been trying to swipe that ball, in my opinion, because the 10 ball, he couldn't beat it. It just wasn't a beatable ball.
Right.
And that 1's almost always going to be up in the clear area. So this is about as advertised. And Darren's going to weigh his options out here, though. He's looking at banking a 1 down by the 10 and seeing if there's any safety possibilities here. I don't think he's going to end up playing that shot ultimately.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody out there who's supporting the tour and the players by purchasing this pay-per-view. You guys know how many free streams we give out, so we thank you when we do the pay-per-views and we get our usual crowd who do a little work and spend a little bit of their day helping to support the Seminole tribe.
Your support is doing much more than what you would ever think it's doing. You're getting a nice seat to some of the best pool action in the world, and you're helping grow the sport at the same time by showing the Seminoles that you believe and you will be willing to watch these guys. You'd pay money to watch. That'll convince them that they would like to see and do more with billiards. Simple idea, but sometimes it escapes a lot of people. Let's prove to them that there is a market for billiards by watching our streams, watching everybody else's streams, of course, and maybe even purchasing, a live stream here and there when we do it. Give him a code.
Test. Okay. Wow, what are we looking at again? Another Darren Appleton run out.
I am so surprised.
This is, well, it was tea time right before the match.
Oh, you giving him 8 already?
I'm going to give him the game.
Well, folks, it shows you our confidence. We'll retract it for the millisecond that it's still going to be 7-2. We apologize if we offended anybody, but
he did actually get a little bit funny on this ball, so
yeah, we'll take it. He's just going to hit this with a hair of high left. Swing back to the center of the table a little bit beyond.
Look at this. He got too sharp.
Look at that. It's the commentator, Maloik.
I saw that coming.
Well, he's got to.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got to cut this ball thin and go for it. He doesn't like it. He hates this. He's scratching his head, looking at it, going, "Wait a minute, this stinks. Wait a minute, how did I get here?" Background: Alex Pagline taking a 5-4 lead over top of Brandon Schuff. See his offering back there in the background.
Ball on the side. One ball set up like a dream. Typical Alex Pagline 10-ball break. Perfect.
Perfect. I don't
Looks
know
like
about
he's got
the
some
dream.
clusters. So.
Well, I can see it pretty good straight from here. He's darn near straight in on the one.
All right.
But back at our game here that we're commentating on,
oh yeah,
I see the cue coming back around. Now, John's Englishing his ball. He's supposed to run it flat. He's supposed to hit this flat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he did hit it flat. Okay, good. He's going to leave a keyhole, though.
He sure is. He's going to give him the game. What he's going to do.
Well,
wow, this is not the easiest shot in the world, but he can make it.
I truly believe Darren is going to make this rail first. He's going to cinch his ball. He's going to roll it down in there. Nice level cue. Rail first, roll it out. He'll keep an angle. I don't even think he's going to hit it hard enough to go to the bottom rail with the cue. Oh, he really did.
See, I don't like that shot. I like just going straight into it.
I liked rail first there.
Yeah.
I really cinch that ball, though. I'd go ahead and accept being about 6 inches, 8 inches off the rail after I made it.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't get crazy. Less you give up the game. It's actually a little bit easier to judge the rebound angle of that ball at a lower speed.
Boy, he jammed that ball and jumped right up.
Well, we were talking about this last week. John's left eye dominant, but he shoots right-handed. And what that does is it runs the cue underneath your chest more. And if you watch, he lifts slightly right before delivery to make sure that his chest is out of the way. If he's watching this in the future, and he probably heard us commentate a little bit about it at Clash,
he's probably
it's something
hearing
he's going to have to do. he can't hear us.
No, I'm just joking.
Folks, they can't hear us. We're not telling them anything.
That's another one of my smart Alex. Sorry about that. Go ahead, JR. I didn't mean to interrupt you there mid-thought.
No, that's all right. It's just it's something that John's going to have to deal with, and when he gets that part of his game solid, where he's not moving during delivery or before delivery, he's going to be fine. And I think now we can officially put up 8-2.
That was definitely shouldn't have.
That was here.
That.
You take it. No,
Yep.
You take it.
No, I'll go ahead and give it to you.
By all means, you take it.
So Darren, buddy, gets on the hill. It's going to take him to Appletown. Just
Folks,
so much I
don't
can do
ask
with
for your
his
money
name.
back because Alvin tells those types of jokes, please. We didn't promise you it was going to be fun. We just said it was going to be good pool.
Exactly. All right. Well, welcome to Jumping 101 with the full cue.
We've got Dennis Hatch in the sidelines here.
Hatchet
Uncle
Man.
Mark. They're sweating the Alex and Brandon match here. Alex Pagaline up 5-4. That's a pretty good kick. That's just going to give John another whack at the table. It was the right shot. He needed a little bit more speed, but you never know how you're going to hit that ball. Pretty darn good, though. John's just going to put him back in the same place now. Shoot this one on down to the bottom rail. Come off the side rail. And get that 2-5-8, 4-9 into the game.
Oh, Earl has entered the building.
Looking like he's putting a cue ball downtown here. That could be all right.
Oh, wow, that was kind of reckless.
Actually, he's saying, you know what? I'm gonna scare you. I'm gonna shoot at everything. I'm not scared.
Right.
Who cares if you beat me? That's a nice attitude. I like that. He's going for it. He wasn't just whacking at the bank. He was trying to get position on the two. Like I said, he still wants to win this set, and I like that.
And Darren as well missed the bank.
Darren relaxed a little bit on that. I think he had multiple chances to lock John up. You hear stories about guys. Oh, look at this.
Oh, ugly.
Yeah, he could probably make his. Cue ball's going to go for a ride, though. It's not anything where I see this being a simple position shot.
Wow.
He can salvage here.
Yep.
That's pretty nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked pretty good. He would have liked to come a little bit farther. Or less. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Okay, I see it. He has to aim way off to make that ball.
Let's take a look and watch his head on this shot. Watch how he gets down. He's going to lift up. See the eye placement there?
Yeah.
It sticks way in on his body. See how he lifts?
He jumps.
He's lifting up to get that body out of the way of his stroke hand. You can learn to play that way. You can learn to play any way possible. But, you know, be nice to be more solid.
Oh.
You can get little things like that happening when you lift.
That was all about that.
I don't know whether that's him lifting or not, or whether it's just the morning. I used to play horrible at those 11 and 12 matches.
Oh.
Only one way I found out how to win them.
How's
was
that?
to slow play so that it was like it lasts until 132, and then my body would wake up and start feeling the shots.
Gotcha.
I could be up for 10, 12 hours. Get up at 4 in the morning, could not play at 11 a.m.
Wow.
my body just knew that it, one or two, it would start feeling how to make balls. I'd play about like 3 or 4 balls underneath my speed at 11 a.m. Didn't always work, of course. You actually have to run out to make a set last long. You can only stare at the ball so long. Simple high right here. Bounce probably this 8 and a side.
Almost made the Q on the side.
Yeah. It wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close.
And full inch in between the ball and the pocket.
I don't like how he's not moving around. There he goes. Yeah, he needs to reset. There he is.
Brush
now
the
he'll
table.
Make it nice.
Get up there and do whatever you want to do, but now just get down to business.
Oh, he should hit this nice and pure.
Nice and clean.
Smart move.
And just like that.
3 hill.
Clunk, clunk.
Spike.
Go, John.
Had to fire one in with authority. Darren's like, here you go, kid.
We're going to try and give you a score update here. I believe that we're looking at 6-4 between Brandon and Alex. Alex leading. We have to keep in mind right now that John Morra is guaranteed 7th, 8th in a tournament that featured a stellar field cast of like champions beyond champions. Player this young, playing this well. I mean, and you look at the list of players that he finished ahead of. Wow.
Yeah, John's been playing real good.
Yeah, we're proud of him. Good
yeah,
guy.
Definitely good kid.
Nice break.
That'll
Holy
work.
smokes. But the 10 comes up on this tour, folks, because it only counts in the upper 2 corner pockets. But, man, that was one of the best breaks I've seen in the whole tournament. That thing had some power behind it, and he killed Whitey. Wow. And with the 2 like that, he's just going to nick the 1 here. Put it over by the 4-9. There you go. Go downtown.
Gonna make Darren chase it.
Make him work for these games.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of funny. And when I was saying that I would play different at one point, I'd feel things. I could be down like this, you know, 9-2, 9-3, going to 11, and come back and win matches at those 11 a.m.s because your game just, you wake up and it suddenly becomes clear and you're very focused, and we don't know what John's going to do here. He might turn into a beast. You could tie this up. There could be a lot of pool folks left here, folks. Trust me.
Seen it before.
Now, Darren's going to go 2 rails onto this one.
Yep.
1, 2, buckle your
bink.
shoe, and does he get a rail? No, he doesn't. Ball in hand for John Morra. Now, if you're John, you'd love to tuck him under this deuce, knock the 2-3 loose, or under the 4. You see it?
I see
Shoot
it.
the one right into the left side of the 3. Push it down on the bottom rail. Use the 4 and 8 to kind of set up a web there. He's looking at a 110. I don't agree with this shot.
Oh, this is a terrible shot.
You risked the set on that shot.
What a terrible shot.
There you go, Johnny.
All
All right, buddy. You see it. Lock him down. You got the 8 sitting over there to block that
My
kick.
gosh.
You got the 4 to block most of them. And the 7, you put this one underneath the 7. Gin, baby.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Left side of the 3. Really important. Pretty dang good shot.
Not bad.
I would have hit it on the way in because now you knock the deuce near the hole, right? And the 3 might even stay there, and the Q, that 1 can be on the bottom rail. But where it's at right now, I think, is better. I think he hit this shot better than I would have played. So, good for him. Good shot, man. I think Darren's in trouble. Somebody's waking up and getting shots.
Yeah, he's making Darren chase him now.
Let him hit those 28-mile-an-hour brakes on these tables and get a few shots. This turns into a different set. And for anybody that's ever watched me play, they know that I can pretty much call a good game. It's that playing thing that kind of sets me back. That's
Not
why
from what
I'm
I've
making the
heard.
calls. And Alex Pagaline is going to go up now with 8, and this is going to be a ball in hand for John Morra. Really good attempt with the bridge air, but I think things were really wiped away. And I think that 7 ball might not have been there had he even went for the shot I did, because I was looking at taking away 3 or 4 rails there. But boy, look at what he did. And Alex just parked his rock on the other table and broke a wide open table, and I believe that he's going to take a hill against Brandon Schuff. The only problem he's going to have is if you look on the left side of the table, that's a 4 and a 9 there up by the side pocket, right where he's at now. Now, it's kind of funny, there's a 4-9 on our table as well that seems to be the problem that John's going to try and deal with. He may try and go around this 8 ball and swing all the way down underneath that shot to put that 4 in the other corner, right where he just pocketed the 1. We'll find out. Okay, he's got the right angle to swing around the 8. I want to take a second to thank some of our folks out in the chat. Obviously, everybody that shows up. Doorbell, Pro Pool Player. But we also want to take time to thank Corner Market Bob and Upstate Al, our moderators, guys that hang out with us.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Al.
You guys
Appreciate your help.
Seriously.
For real.
Thanks, guys. He's got pretty good on this ball. His worst nightmare, of course, he's straight in. What do you do here, Alvin?
Go to the bottom rail.
Float?
Yep.
Drift? I go up about
force
5
it.
inches. Not very much. That's about what I'm
I don't
doing.
like this angle.
It's a tough angle.
I don't like
But all
it.
he has to do is hit it with center ball. Jack
Yes,
up just a hair.
center ball.
Center
hit,
ball.
for sure.
Swing to the rail, and it'll come below the side pocket. And guess who's going to be Your uncle.
My uncle, Bob. I don't like this shot.
It's a tough shot, but he's got to do this shot. I jack up a hair more on this ball and fire it into the center. He's
Nicely
running
hit
this
ball.
ball, and
Nicely
I'm
hit
killing
ball.
this ball, and that's the difference. This is a left-handed shot. John's going to wish he was left-handed after this.
Yeah, it is. This is a shot for you, Jer.
Yeah, he's going to get up and down. He's going to have to get his body into
I
a
get
good
the rake
stretching.
out. I don't like this.
I like this. I give him this. He can reach his shot. If it's on the other side of the table, I reach this shot. You just hit it with inside, run up and down. Shoot the 8 in the side. Oh, look at this. Well, folks, I think those rolls are starting to come back for John.
Yeah.
Not the hardest angle and not the easiest angle, but definitely a playable lie. Somebody's waking up. I really do think that he's got a little bit of that same thing I had. Mm-hmm. See the different player that's up there now?
Yep. Darren was pretty good right out of the gate. Now he may be getting a little tired.
Look at that. John purposely pulled that ball off a hair. He's dialed in. He's dialed in, folks. This is going to turn into a good match. He didn't miss that ball on purpose. He cut that ball a hair. We're get ourselves up to an 8-4 set here. It's kind of getting exciting. In the background there, you see Alex is getting up with a 5-9. Now the 5 might go in that lower or upper right-hand corner pocket. Play the cue off the 9 and come out for the 6. I think he's playing it too. Oh, he played a lock safe. Brandon is in jail, folks. See, somebody remembers a few of the things I did for the APA back in the day. I used to travel around and do a lot of exhibitions. I had won the U.S. Open trick shot championship, and the APA hired me in conjunction with Camo, and I went around and did a bunch of exhibitions. And one of them was up in Allentown, and one of the chatters, Pool Whiz 99. He's out there. He remembers an exhibition I did. That was, golly, 15 years ago. Showing my age here, folks. And I believe, if you look in the background, Alex is going to pick up that cue ball and have ball in hand to get a hill shot here with only 6 balls on the table, and they're very makeable. I'll keep you updated on that. You'll see John's massive break come in here. He drew this one a little bit more. He hit a little bit underneath when what he did. He made the 2 ball, and he's hit on the 1. The balls are pretty makeable, but that 1's trouble. There's not too much he can do here. I believe he's going to have to roll out and force Darren to get into a safety battle and see if he can win the safety battle. Boy, his experience is showing up great. He's actually looking to push out and give Darren an open shot at this hole in the the lower left-hand corner pocket here. With no angle to hold for the 3. So in other words, he may force Darren to shoot at his hole or play a really hard safe. I like this push quite a bit. You see Alex in the background. He just slid that 9-ball in. And he's going to get a hill if he makes his 10-ball here.
And the killer Pixie takes down the 10-ball. Look at that ball roll off.
And he did play it the right way. He got the 9 into the game, which John was going to try and do as well. But John wanted him to shoot this hard shot, at least introduce it. John wanted to shoot it himself, too. But, you know, that's what you hope for. Don't let a guy have an easy walk in a park or an easy safe. Put some uncertainty into it. Now, if he goes rail first and hits this with a little bit of pace, he's going to come on down for the 9. And if he hits it flat, he's going to bank the 1 ball back down into this corner. And this could be devastating, so he has to make sure he hits his thin enough. And misses the 10.
Oh.
Okay, back down in the corner she
goes. This could be the end of the match here.
Yeah. Darren's going to be able to play around that 9 for sure. Kill it. His big thing is what is he going to get on the 3 and what can he do with it. As long as he can get to this 4 ball afterwards, he's going to be fine.
He's got to draw or go around tabled.
You can see that 4 ball is so dark it looks like the 8. I got trapped in that once or twice.
Yeah.
And holding it looks like the 8. So
it's really dark.
Yeah. He's made the 8 on the break. That is a 4 ball in your lower right-hand corner pocket. And if I showed you that ball in person next to the 8, you really have to look hard. You run into the 9. A little uncertainty, but natural shot now.
Oh, and that one wiped its feet on the way in.
Keep in mind the table behind you, Alex Pagaline's on the hill. Him and Brandon Schuff are playing for the right to play Dennis Hatch, I believe. And I do believe that's going to be our upcoming match on the stream.
As which match?
I believe it's going to be the winner of Alex Pagaline and Brandon Schuff. That'll be up at our 2 o'clock time frame. Yeah, I believe we're correct. Now, they just wouldn't put... The reason I say that is there's only a couple of matches left. Right? There's only 2 matches coming up in the next round, and they wouldn't take a guy who won the TV match and put him back on it. So we pretty much know it's going to be the... Players coming around, hanging out now. We might have some special guests for you for the Dennis Hatch match. And Dennis is already at the table.
Wow.
Darren Appleton.
Go Denny.
Wow. I think he wants to win. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the next match.
Thank all of our sponsors. Include the Seminole Media, Seminole Pro Tour, Milliken Super Pro Cloth, Fury Qs, Universal Pool League, Grand Touring Vodka. These guys are great. Really support those guys in the future if you can. Hustlin' USA Clothing, Kamui Tips, Delta 13, and last but not least, Pool Dog. Folks, stay tuned. We'll have another match coming your way in about 10 or 12 minutes here. 2 o'clock, so I guess we're looking at about 20 minutes. Thanks, folks.